everyone. I'm just going to pick up where I left off since I got cut off. But the conclusion for this assignment should address, again, what's kind of the significance of the fact that these two different fields of study approach the same topic, as well as how and in what way did the structure, language, and reference style compare or contrast to one another. You will see on the prompt itself that your final draft should be at least 3 pages, but not more than 3.5. One of the key things we'll work on in this course is making sure that there's an emphasis on conciseness and clarity in your writing, and you want to be sure that essentially each paragraph is probably not longer than 7 to 8 sentences, a minimum of 5, right? But not longer than 7 or 8. So you want to manage your ideas effectively. You should use 4 direct quotations, and you should introduce those. And you should also take the time to be sure that you use the MLA template that I've provided you with on Blackboard to structure the paper, which essentially just has the introduction in bold, structure, language, reference style, etc. in bold, okay? What we're going to do really quickly as well, I just wanted to kind of introduce you to some research techniques or a research technique to get you started. So if you are I'm going to walk you through this if you want to take some notes so you can try it yourself, or you can follow along. But if you go to the Wake Tech homepage, so waketech.edu, and you look at the top of the screen, there is a link that says libraries. That is what you want to click on, okay? Then what you are going to do is click the purple box that says search databases. You will see that. And I always say for English 112, one of the best places to start is with a general multidisciplinary journal. So what you would want to go down and click on is General Multidisciplinary. So if you scroll down the page, you will see there's General Multidisciplinary, and then there's a link for something called ProQuest Central. Okay, what it's going to ask you to do, so I would click ProQuest Central, and it's going to ask you to sign in with your Wake Tech info, because obviously you're not going to be on campus, right? And it's going to load. It's kind of looks like this here. So if you're at this screen, you know you're doing it correctly. And what you would want to do, say your topic was, I don't know, drunk driving, like the example I gave in the United States, right? So say that's what I'm searching. You want to check those 2 boxes underneath the search box that say full text and peer reviewed. So again, you want to check those 2 boxes that say full text and peer reviewed. In addition to that, what you're going to see is there's a link on the left-hand side that says scholarly journals. You want to click that for this assignment. So that's the first thing you're going to do to kind of narrow your search down. After you click scholarly journals, what you are going to do is update the publication date. Okay, so you can see right here. I would again work within the last 5 years. So we're going to put just from 2015 to 2020. And update, and what that's going to do is it's going to really narrow the search down. So let me update that date range and see. So we had over 5,000 results, and now it's taken us down to a little over 1,000, which is awesome, right? What you'll do then is just start clicking through the sources on your chosen topic, right? And if there's one that stands out to you as being something you could really work with, then by all means save the PDF and email it to yourself. What I was saying before about the journals and how self-explanatory those can be, right? If you look at these journal names here for this, Driving Under the Influence in the United States, it's actually listing the journal name as American Journal of Public Health, right? So you pretty easily know that is the area of public health that's published that particular article. So you wouldn't want 2 from public health, but if you scroll down further, you see there's criminal justice, right? You can again work with any topic that you want to, okay? Once you think that you have decided on the 2 articles that you want to work with, if you've got questions, feel free to ask me. So you can attach the 2 articles to an email. You can say, hey, do these 2 articles meet the assignment criteria? Do these 2 articles work? Will you allow me to use these? And I'm more than happy to confirm yes or no, okay? So I think that's about all I have to say for now, other than, and you'll get this in an email, the very first thing that we're going to have to do, like I said in my welcome video, is always going to be pre-writings for major assignments. So if you go to Blackboard and you click on the left-hand side, assignments, and then you click on essay 1, there is a link that says pre-writing for essay 1, and essentially what it is a chart that looks like this, where you're going to be considering one of your sources here and another one of your sources here exclusively. So maybe an article from the field of neurology here and an article from the field of psychology here. And on the pre-writing, I actually don't ask you to draw any connections until the very end when I tell you to do the thesis statement. Never leave this part off. Always be sure to include textual support in the pre-writing, super important, because I'd like to see what textual support you're going to be using in the paper and give you feedback on that and whether or not it works. Super important. Cite that textual support in text, and be sure that you always start the pre-writing fairly early because it is a rough draft, essentially. It doesn't look like it, right? But it's a rough draft of the paper. What I've done in these boxes on the left-hand side is I've just moved questions from the prompt into the feature column. I literally just cut and paste, and you answer here. So it gets you started on the paper with a sense of direction, so you're not really just staring at a blank screen, which can be very intimidating. So that is something that you're going to start with, and then of course you'll have a rough draft that's due, and that's emailed to me, and a final that's due, which will be uploaded to Blackboard by your start of class time on the correct due date. So let me know if you've got any questions. I just kind of wanted to go ahead and familiarize you with this first assignment since it is 30% of your grade. And I love reading these, so I'm actually really excited to see what topics you all come up with. If you've got questions about whether or not a topic works, I can almost guarantee you for this assignment I'm not picky at all, so it probably does. But feel free to ask me. You want to make sure that you work with, obviously, a topic that's going to have recent publications, okay? If there's anything I can do to help along the way, just let me know. I hope this video was useful, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful day.